Good morning. It's Monday, August 7th, and that means two things. In a lot of ways, this is just the morning announcements at high school, and I'm just the one kid from the AV club who can do this without throwing up. And it's time for the lighting industry news brief, and it's brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their XFit traditional slim wall pack. Traditional in that on two dimensions, it's the same as any other wall packs. You can put it up in a new spot. You can use it as a replacement without having to bust out any extra paint, any extra tiles, any extra grout, any extra stucco. And it's also slim in that it is half the depth, which is handy for when you're walking by or driving by or planting trees or anything that might just hit the side of it. Speaking of the side of it, there's access to the driver port, so you can get up on a ladder, pop it in, pop it out. It's great. Puts out 17,000 lumens. That's KeystoneTech.com. Wall packs made easy. Into the news, NEMA has led a coalition of other trade associations to write an open letter to the current president and the DOE over the bipartisan infrastructure law, specifically the elements that require Build American and Buy American rules, and they're demanding realism vis-a-vis supply chains as part of that. The DOE is planning on public-private partnerships to pursue energy savings plans. This is the Climate Smart Buildings Initiative, which will be using federal funds and private work to retrofit any and all federally owned buildings by 2030. The DOE has also added copper to the critical minerals list. This means that copper and copper-related industries are now eligible for tax breaks under the Inflation Reduction Act. AMS Osram has announced their plans to sell off more non-core businesses, and their stock rose in response. The DLC's advisory committee has not released any info about their summer meeting. Their last meeting was in March 22nd. Charge Enterprises has bought Greenspeed. This is an EV charger company that bought a lighting, solar, and storage solutions provider. SBF has bought AMS. This one company makes LEDs for railways. The others make software, so we'll see where that goes. Symphony, a financial group, has bought a large stake in Silicon Labs, an investment of $273K in common stock. Leviton's 2023 update to Code Captain includes a Spanish version. That Spanish version is not called El Capitán del Codillo, though, which is unfortunate because that would be delightful and the world needs more delightful things. MLS has examined LED price changes and determined that demand and raw materials are the biggest things pushing prices up right now. At the IES, they have had their annual conference, which meant the 50th Illumination Awards winners were named, as well as 3 Presidential Excellence Awards were named. The industry confidence is all over the place. This is NEMA's monthly survey showing a drop in views on current situations, but optimism about the future. In 1 month, the EU will ban halogen and fluorescent lighting. The fluorescents on the 25th and halogens on the 1st. Chinese manufacturing is down yet again. So 8% or 0.8% in July. This is, I believe, a 5-month trend going on. Skykes has announced $14 million in sales in Q2, but that has not been audited. Legrand's revenues for the first half of the year were up 5%. Wesco's Q2 net sales were at $5.7 million. Graybar is claiming a sales record with net sales up 4%. And the CIBCE in the UK has released TM65 for lighting. This is a new method for measuring and labeling embodied carbon in lighting equipment, again, for the UK. Food Lion, a North Carolina grocery chain, has revamped 50 stores, including new lighting. Ain't that cool? We have a rumor going around that there might be some layoffs at Cree Lighting. A spokesperson has admitted to some efficiency reductions, but we ourselves do not comment on rumors, except the Fleetwood Mac album. Our comment on the Fleetwood Mac album is that it's great. We have free lamps from Alledra. Alledra will be giving away overstock items to nonprofits as part of a new charity organization that they run. And WAC Lighting is raising funds for cancer research with 2 other foundations and a hospital. In rep agency news, Cooper and ILC are mostly aligned on agents right now. Mostly, couple of exceptions. Full list in the link. In events and webinars, we have Bruce Monroe delivering the keynote at the IALD in Lighten Americas. Lighten Building 24 has picked a theme, that's sustainability. The NAEC will be hosting an EV symposium. This is a one-day track at the NECA's con and trade show in September. And you can track the rest of your lighting trade shows because Inside Lighting has given us a handy calendar of what's coming up soon. In IoT news, Standex has bought Mintronics. Hackers can breach air-gapped gear. This is a new malware detected by Kaspersky. Signify is going beyond lighting with new hardware and software for facility management. Amazon Sidewalk is adding drone delivery functions with the Arrive and Drone Tech partners. And ProSentry has picked Senate. This is a LoRaWAN platform for building management. That's a new partnership for, their products. In market predictions, we've got $26 billion for solar lighting systems predicted, 10% gains in rare earths, $29 billion for lighting controls, and ambient lighting will double over the next 7 years. BMW is testing LiDAR as part of a push for full self-driving cars. MIT has created energy storage in concrete. The carbon bonds, no electrodes, no wires, just the carbon bonds in concrete will store your electricity. They will transmit your electricity, and that's nifty. You can stabilize temps, reduce your flicker, and save energy. This is a new finding from LODZU in Poland. And we have a new testing method for melanopic effects based on a study overseas. This is from the non-visual effective lighting study, and there we go. In darkness-related news, the WHO's EU members met on light pollution in Hungary. No, you can't play catch-up on sleep. Malaysian researchers formulate a light diet to help you sleep. The ILP has published guidance for lighting and bats. We have determined that more neighborhood green space improves sleep for children. Thai astronomy and Thai tourism groups have joined forces to promote Thai stargazing. Michigan Park is aiming to set a record for the darkest spot on Earth on the 16th of August. You can hang out there if you want. Dark Sky has rolled out a new website. Cody, Wyoming. Again, I can't not talk about this. There's so much drama, and it's so good for me. Succession's over, and I need this drama. Reps from the Church of Latter-day Saints have taken the city council to court for the second time in hopes of appealing their ruling that they can't have that church where they want it, and they can't have the lighting they want. They got the steeple's height, by the way. Albany Hill, California City Council and Lions Club are feuding over a 28-foot illuminated cross because of the lighting. Blue River, Colorado is backing out of an attempt to achieve a dark sky designation, and the headquarters of Twitter, X, the Bird app, added a giant illuminated X without permits, got some complaints, and then it was removed in the same day. Heck of a day. There we go. In horticultural news, intra-canopy lighting has improved tomato crops. Virginia will be hosting the world's largest indoor farm. Phillips and Siemens have teamed up with 80 acres for a new vertical farm in Ohio. Sales are down at Scott's Miracle Grow. And a Vostok station in the Antarctic has grown 16 pounds of watermelons. 8 fruits, so still pretty big, but not like one 16-pound watermelon. That'd be really impressive. That'd be some county fair level stuff. In recommended reading, all this on nailed.org, what the full moon actually does to your body, how to shop for retro look LEDs, lighting for security in garages, a Q&A with Sarah Erickson. We have tracking results, the results of CA rebate programs. We have the benefits of smart lighting in cities, 6 lighting mistakes you will make in an office. We have steady contracts with municipal governments and what that you can do to get them. We have how to choose a CCT for street lighting, white light and anxiety. You can watch all of Dark Sky's Advocate Monthly Talks. They've got an archive of them. They don't publicize it very well, but I want you to know it's all up there. And what digital billboards mean for light pollution. In local news, Leon County, Florida plans on lighting school bus stops. Feds fund residential retrofits in Essex, Ontario. We have new lighting at a museum in Carameos, California. Aspen, Colorado, counselors pushing back against lighting energy requirements. California State Fund is targeting energy in Hispanic-owned businesses. Denver Public Schools have adopted a new energy plan. Alabama Birmingham has $9.6 million in funds for retrofits right now, and they're going to go have some fun with that. Nevada has a new cashback program for businesses engaged in energy retrofits. Panorama, Colorado schools have found asbestos in the ceiling, so they're doing lighting and HVAC revamps while the ceilings are open. Darien, Connecticut has grants for nonprofits right now. Madison, Indiana is beginning their streetlight conversion. Marshfield, Wisconsin may add street lighting tax to their slate of things they tax their residents on. And Oregon is including lighting as part of their anti-terror and disaster grants program. In international news, we have a new energy policy in the UK, and African reps are calling on the Minamata Convention to end fluorescent lamps before too many of these get dumped in Africa, because that's where they're going to go. That's where all those Hungarian-made fluorescents are going to go. In people news, we have major promotions at ALP, multiple of them. Mark Conner will serve as the CEO of SLV. IL, Inside Lighting, is recapping moves within the industry. Greg Lowe, the CEO of Wolfspeed, will now serve on the North Carolina A&T's College Board of Trustees. John Geegan is now the VP of Sales at ALG. Mark Pugh has been promoted to CEO at Luminous. And Lighttrace has hired David Wiegand. In things you can make, tinfoil reflectors for your outdoor lighting, pouring vanilla on your bulbs to get that bakery smell. This is apparently a realtor's trick, because I guess they don't have aromatherapy diffusers in real estate. You can also make energy harvesting devices that for your roof that rely on rain. Not solar panels, rainy day panels. And Conway's Game of Life, which is actually not so much a game, it's like sea monkeys, I guess, but for algae. Hang it on a wall, the light makes it grow, see it happen. It's nifty. And just to clarify something, because I had to read this headline a lot this week, Joe Biden didn't ban incandescent bulbs. This is not explicitly a ban. This is not like the EU situation. It is just that the requirement for lumen production surpasses what any incandescent bulb can really meet. That's it. They can't meet the requirement. It's not a ban. It's a metric that they failed. This law was also written by a bipartisan congressional committee in 2007. W. Bush times. But, like W. Bush said, it's hard to make predictions, especially about the future. And now we have that headline going around all week. So, I've been Scott Wachter. If I'm not fired, I'll catch you next week. Either way, enjoy your week. Enjoy the music. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our sponsors. Have a good one.
Tiny robots are